Hello everyone, welcome to Marlin Chess Kids. Today I'll show you the game played by Aleksandar and Logman, and this beautiful game complete in only 20 moves, and at the end of the move we have a very beautiful checkmate pattern which is named as a DoveTail mate. So let's see how the game play. The game starts with the pawn to c4, knight f6, knight c3, g6, e4, d6, d4, and this you have the black continuation with bishop to g7, and the white play h3, and this you have the King Indian opening. So after this the black just go for a short castling, and this is the first 5 move, and you can see that the white has very difficult to attack the black as the king is fully developed and safe in the corner with the bishop at here, and this structure is very hard to attack for the white. Therefore, after finding this situation, the white continue to launch the attack, and you can see that the white pawn structure is controlling all the square in the center of the board. And notice that the black go for a king castling. The white now develop the piece to attack the king side. So the game continue with the bishop to e3, e5, d5, trying to block and prevent the knight to move to c6, and now a5 was played, and after this the white just launched with the g pawn attack by playing a g4, and the pawn can then continue to attack the knight, or even you can push the pawn forward and attack the pawn, then continue attack the pawn and check the king. So after this the knight f to d7. Now the white continue to develop with the knight to g to e2. After this, knight a6 was played, and the knight to g3. Then the knight d to c5, and this is the first 10 move, and the position is equal now. So after this, the white now play a h4, and this pawn is trying to attack with the king h5 and trying to move forward to attack this 3-pawn structure, which is very solid for the black. After this, f5 was played, and now the g takes the pawn. Then the pawn g continue capture, and now the knight to f5 with the idea to attack the bishop and also bring the rook and pin the bishop and try to win a piece at this position. And back to this position, it will be less strong if you capture with the knight. So after knight capture, the bishop will capture, and now pawn capture, and the rook will be captured. And even though you have the white is clearly better, but here the white will has less one piece to attack the pin and pin the bishop. So knight h5 was played, and after this the rook to f7, trying to protect the bishop. then the bishop to g5 and continue to attack the bishop, and here this is moving the piece forward and having put all the pieces in the attacking position. And after this, queen to e8 was played, and this is one of the tactical blunder, and with this it causes the white to be winning in the game. So after this, the white continue to play with the rook to g1, and this is a very strong move to use the rook to attack the pin bishop, and also the bishop can just go to h6 and attack the bishop, or you can go to f6 to attack the bishop as well. So at this, you have a multiple idea for the white to continue attack and then to bring up the bishop in the attack, and here the white is clearly winning at this position. So black noticed that the bishop will going to pin, therefore the black just move the king to h8, and if you move the king to f8, then the knight will just continue to capture, and after the rook capture, then you have a bishop to h6 and we will win the rook, and it will pin the rook. The rook cannot be moved, and the rook at g1 will capture the rook. So after this position, king h8 was played, and now at this moment the knight just captured the bishop, and here this is a very critical moment for the black to play, and the only way to save this could be playing queen to f8 or g8, and the bishop, the knight cannot be captured back, so this will be safeguard. So after this, the knight will just capture, and the black can just capture the knight to trade off the pieces that attacking the black. So after pawn capture, the white is still winning a piece ahead. And back to this version, in this game, the black used the king to capture the knight, which think that this is an action, but after capture this, and the white is winning and made in approximately about 15 to 16 move as in the analysis. This is because the queen can come to h5 and allow the bishop to go for the open check and check the king, and you have many activity for the white to continue play and win the game. And after queen to h5 was played, and the white is completely winning the game in this game. So after this, the knight takes the e4 pawn, and here the knight just recapture back the knight. After this, the pawn capture the knight with f takes e4 after capture, and at this position you have a white to move and mate in 3. I give a couple of seconds to figure out the continuation of the white to play and mate in 3. Well, congratulations for those who found the answer, and for those who like to enjoy the show, Here are the beauty move with another sacrifice from the white. And in the actual game, after 18 move, the white play another bishop sacrifice at the 19th move with bishop f6 and check the king. And now you have the bishop check and the rook check, and this is a discover open and double check. And with this, the king only have very little limited place to move, which is 1 to capture the bishop or 2 to move the king to f8. And if you move the king to f8, then the queen will just continue to go to h6 and check the king. And again, after this, there is nothing the black king can move, and the other way is to prevent with the rook and block the check. And with this, the queen just capture the rook, and this it will be a checkmate. So after the bishop open check, and in the actual game, the king takes the bishop, and after take the bishop, here you have a very beautiful checkmate with the queen at the move 20 with queen to g5 and checkmate. And this is a queen diagonal checkmate, and you can see the black king is one blocked by its own pieces, and another square is attacked by the pawn. And this typical checkmate pattern resembles the DoveTail checkmate. And here we will show you one of the example of this DoveTail checkmate. So this is one of the two typical checkmate pattern with using the type of bird checkmate. And for this example is the diagonal check, and it's also named as a DoveTail mate. Another name is a Qh5 mate. While if you have the straight checkmate, you have the swallowtail mate, or also named as a Guliev checkmate. And back to this position, you can see this is a DoveTail checkmate, a very beautiful checkmate from the white. And with this, thank you.